So this morning we are attempting to locate a fugitive that has a warrant for terroristic threats.
Called Texas girl's ex-wife one night saying he was going to burn her house down, burn her kids.
Hey, if the police come to the door, we're going to force it open!
Put that dog away. Lock that dog in a room right now!
So what's that like not knowing? You guys, you just said you're walking into a place, you got no windows, no eyes in there. You know somebody's non-compliant, you know he's not wanting to go.
The person who did the shooting said they gave him the AR after the shooting. He has a long history of weapons charges, drug charges.
We're gonna go attempt to make contact with a fugitive. He possibly armed with an AR.
Come to the door and surrender. We have a warrant for your arrest.
My name is Lindsay Varona. I work for the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office. I'm currently assigned to the Warrants Unit, which falls under the Investigations Division. Well, we work with the Metro Fugitive Task Force, so that's our main focus, and what we do every day is our main goal is to locate fugitives and take them to jail. So the main people we look for are dangerous individuals, people with felony warrants, which range from, there's a million different felonies out there. The most common ones are domestic violence, weapons offenses, terroristic threats.
So today we had, walk me through what happened this morning.
All right, so what all do we have going on today?
So this morning we are attempting to locate a fugitive that has a warrant for terroristic threats. He threatened to kill his ex-wife by burning her house down and with her inside of it. So we're gonna try to attempt to locate him at his apartment.
Okay, so Jose, terroristic threats.
Yeah.
He called Texas girl's ex-wife one night saying he was going to burn her house down, burn her kids, everything else in it. Talked to the apartment manager yesterday. She said that he stays there with an older gentleman. She thinks maybe it's his uncle, but she's not sure. She said the uncle will likely answer the door and say that Jose's not there. The front is open, it's open access, and then there's an apartment manager on site that'll give us a key. He doesn't really have history, assault, and this terroristic threats. And then we made our way to the fugitive's apartment. We had talked to management the day before, confirmed that he lived there, that he didn't have a job at the time, and that he was driving a truck. When we got there, the truck was there, so we can assume that he's most likely home.
Jose, it's the police! Come to the door! Jose, put your dog in the bathroom and come to the door! Do it now!
Still not getting no response. You get voices inside.
Jose, open the door. This is the police. We're not going away.
Eventually, we had some voice contact with him through the door. He was telling us that, we had the wrong house. He didn't know why we were there. He wasn't going to come to the door. He wasn't going to open the door, definitely, and that he didn't believe that we were the police. I was able to make contact with him via phone, and I had told him, hey, you have a warrant. This is what it's for. You got to come to the door because we're not going to go away. And so then he came to the door and was talking to us through the door again, and he said he was going to go put on his shoes, but this had already been 30 minutes had elapsed, and there's no windows, so we can't see this person. We don't know what he's doing inside. We don't know what he has inside, weapons, bombs, who knows what he has inside. And now he knows that he has a warrant and he's going to go to jail.
So what's that like not knowing? You guys, you just said you're walking into a place, you got no windows, no eyes in there. You know somebody's non-compliant. You know he's not wanting to go.
I guess when we got there, we didn't have any knowledge that he had weapons. So we went in pretty soft, thinking like, you know, he doesn't have a lengthy history. He's probably, I mean, he doesn't have a reason to be non-compliant as far as we could see from what we knew. So then, you know, when we get resistance, initially it's, you know, there's a reason for this resistance. So it kind of heightens your awareness right then when someone's not coming to the door immediately. So the key for us and our team is, and we always preach it this way, is that we have all the time in the world. So we're not going to rush something and maybe force, you know, him to make a decision in the heat of the moment because he feels like we're pressuring him and pushing him. You know, taking it slow and kind of approaching the situation with, there's no reason to rush this. Like, he's not going to go anywhere. We're not going to go anywhere. And we have all the tools we need right here to talk it through and develop the safest plan for us to take him into custody.
Put that dog away. Put that dog
Walk
away.
to me. Walk to me now.
Secure that dog right now! Secure that dog!
Walk to me now.
Hold on. Grab that in the bunker. So we grab that in the bunker.
Walk to me now. Walk to me. Stop going to the room.
Do not go in that room!
Go in that room.
Go for it. Go for it if you got to. Go.
That dog away! Lock that dog in a room right now! Walk him in the room right now!
Go put the dog away.
Put the dog away now. Put the dog in the room.
Okay, go put him
Do it
away.
now. Put him in the
Put the
room.
weight on!
Shut the door now. Shut the door with the dog in it. Come to us with your hands up. Do it now.
Stop right there.
Stop. Turn away.
Drop your
Hands up.
So he was pretty non-compliant, not listening to instructions. Eventually he put the dog in the room and then came out to us, but it wasn't without, I would say, a lot of chances for him. You know, we told him what to do multiple times and he was not following instructions, which obviously, you know, gets us a little amped up because if you're not following instructions, it's for a reason. You know, we know you don't want to go to jail, but are you going to run back in that room and grab a gun and come back out? You know, it's just unknown. So eventually he came out and we were able to take him into custody and then transport him to the jail.
So what's that like, starting your day out like that?
Well, I mean, every day we like to start with a bang, and that one definitely did. That's, I guess, one of the fun things about this job is you never know what you're going to get. Some people come to the door when you knock, some people don't. So, keeps it interesting.
Is that a fearful thing that, like, you go do this job and you have to wonder, are you gonna come home tonight?
Right. I mean, I think always being optimistic and just thinking like, I trust my team, I trust my training, that I'm gonna do the best I can in whatever situation I get put in to make sure that I come home at night. So yes, it can be a little frightening just because you don't know. Like, this person could think that it's the end of the world for them and they're gonna do whatever they can to try to get out of that situation, when in reality that's not the case. But when, you know, these people are put into the situation, you don't know how they're gonna act. So that's probably the biggest fear, I would say, is the unknown of how someone else is going to react to us attempting to take them into custody. We definitely have had situations like this before. So just going back to what you know and what you know has worked in the past is pretty much like what we fall back to every time. And then if something happens that you've never experienced, like the guy had a bird on his shoulder when he came out of the room, which I have never seen someone walk out of a room with a bird on the shoulder. And so I guess the bird really didn't seem like a threat to us, but then when it flew at us, that's something that's never happened to us before. So like, it's just something you just kind of have to deal with on the fly.
Have you ever had a time where you didn't think you were gonna go home that day?
No, I haven't really been in any situation where I feel like my team can't handle it or that we were in over our heads. So we're gonna go attempt to make contact with a fugitive. I think it's a probation violation warrant, but he is possibly armed with an AR. So we're gonna, take that into consideration and be super cautious because there's windows on the front of this house, and so we're gonna use our cars for cover in the front yard to ensure that we have something to get behind if, God forbid, he opens fire on us when we approach.
A couple weeks ago, there was a shooting down in the 24th Lake area, around there. He was a reporting party on it, and apparently the CIV police, the person who did the shooting said they gave him the AR after the shooting, so there's possibly an AR in here. So if we get him in there, we'll have to hold the house. If they want to write their warrant, go in and get the gun. He has a long history of weapon charges, drug charges, typical stuff. So I talked to probation yesterday. She said she talked to him to this house several times. It's only in the afternoon. I've been watching it. It's right in the middle of the boulevard, so you can't sit on one way or the other. It's two-lane street, so we're gonna have to go up onto the curb when we pull up on it.
Come to the door and surrender. We have a warrant for your arrest.
He's not coming to the door. Obviously, nobody wants to go to jail. They're trying to call him out with the PA.
Come to the door now and surrender.
They were going to try to call the probation officer to see if they could get a phone number for him so that they could make contact with him inside and just tell him, hey, come to the door. Your house is surrounded. There's nowhere for you to go. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. We'll probably continue to make announcements and see if we can make contact with him either via phone. So I'll just wait it out. We got nothing but time, so. So, eventually she finally came to the door because she realized we weren't going to leave, without speaking to somebody in there.
Right.
Which, he wasn't there. We searched, she let us search. So it's like, why wouldn't she just come to the door right away? I don't know, to each their own. But he wasn't in there. She said she doesn't know where he's at, so search continues.
Do you have that happen where, even if the person's not there, someone who's in the house doesn't answer?
Yeah, it happens a lot. People don't want to, they don't want to open their door for the police. They don't want to, cooperate. Some people don't want to. They've had bad life experiences. Everyone's story's different. Maybe she thought he's not here, so why do they need to be here? But we have to ensure that he's not there, and the only way we can do that is by speaking to someone that lives there or walking through like we did. So we just did a quick once-over in there, made sure he wasn't in there, and that's it. If she would have came to the door right away, we could have been out of there 30 minutes ago, but it is what it is.
When you're not full geared up, ready to snatch someone out of their house, what do you do? I know you have a son?
I do, yep. I have a 2.5-year-old son. He keeps me busy, that's for sure. My husband and I enjoy playing golf. We play in a golf league. That's a good mind relaxer. Exercise is important to me. Obviously, staying fit for duty. You never know when you might have to be in the position to fight for your life. And if you're not prepared, then you're not prepared. And so that's important to me to stay prepared.
Speaking of being fit, the whole point of this is that you are one of the fighters in the Guns N' Hoses 2023 charity boxing event.
Right.
What's that like, training for that?
It's fun, but it's challenging. I have never done boxing before or any sport like it. So when I first started, I was like, okay, I'm pretty fit. I feel like I'll be okay. But boxing is a whole nother beast. So, you know, it's taken a while to adjust to the different, you need cardio, you need footwork, you need, you know, to be quick. And it's taken a while to adjust to that type of exercise and that type of workout, but it's definitely been a challenge that I've welcomed. It's fun, I like it.
What would you like the public to know about your job, about the sheriff's department? Like, what do you want to tell them?
I think I would just say that, you know, you can't take all police officers, you can't view them all for the things that some have done wrong. We talked about earlier that, you know, right now there's a bad mantra on policing. People don't like the police. I feel like in Nebraska and specifically in Omaha, we do a good job of bridging that gap of community and police. And so I feel like it's important for the community to know that we're open to them and we're here for them, and it's not always gonna be, you don't always have to call, like, whenever we have contact with you, it's not gonna be always for something bad. You know, you're not gonna be in trouble every time we have contact with you. So I think it's just important for them to know that we're here as a resource for them if they need us, obviously. And that, you know, trying to bridge the gap, there's events, even the sheriff's office puts on, they just did ice cream cones with a cop like a month ago. And I think it's important for the community to know that we're doing that to welcome you, to try to bridge the gap and to hopefully open their minds to seeing that, you know, we're just regular people too, and we're here for you and we want you to be here for us. So trying to kind of mend that relationship, you know, in regards to like the bigger picture of the police are bad and they're gonna hurt me if I have contact with them. Mending the relationship and having the community understand that they can trust us and that we're here for their best interest is our main priority.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For today, thank you so much for what you're doing and your participation in the Guns and Hoses event.
Awesome. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate you.
Thank you.